All right, let's pop out the chat. Again, I got to figure out a way to... Yeah, we're still getting a little bit of background on that fan, but I'm going to live with it because I need some air in here. So, all right, let's put stream starting on, get something to drink here real quick, and then we will start. Okay. All right. A little messy here. Got a lot of crap going on. All right, greetings. It is Sunday night. It is Sunday night. We are playing a 4-hero game. We're going to start a 4-hero set here. We probably won't get the whole thing done tonight. Figured we'd stream just because, what else am I doing tonight? Figure if someone's out there, hang out with them. Nonetheless, we have the Satyr. So here's the Satyr. Big, mean-looking dude. That's a nice picture, actually. And he is a heavy-ish fighter. Not as heavy or strong as the White Knight or the Dwarf. Or the Berserker, but very, very, every shit's heavy, for instance. Reasonably slow. He does have 2 type 3 spells. We'll see what he can do with them. We're going to play him. Show him one more time. There he goes. Because we're going to copy and paste this, and we're going to play him as the elf. For now. So just to make sure that we remember, he now is the elf. Done. We're going to pick spells in a minute here. We have the Chevalier. The Chevalier, of course, scored 14 plus points. She is our dual-wielding Valkyrie-esque glorious warrior here by Marantha. Very nice picture. I do love this picture, and I like this art style also. I love the sort of weird bandy armor there. Looks like a gown, but you know she's wearing armor somewhere underneath there. We're gonna make her the captain since that seems fitting, just in the sense, chevron, chevalier. I don't know. I just whatever it is. But she is gonna be noted by the captain's chit there. We have the Inquisitor. Now, I've not played the Inquisitor, so that's a little dicey. I've not played the Satyr either, by the way, so a little dicey because I think it does take a moment or two to get used to these custom characters. They are very different than the originals. He is a light fighter akin to the swordsman with 2 type 1 chits, a type 7, and a type 8 chit. So he has sort of a weird gambit of magic there. 2 spells, and he could take a type 5. Unlikely to take a type 5, though, because I'm going to make him the Pilgrim. Let's look at his art. I do like that art. That looks like a painting from whatever era there. Very nice. And he does indeed look like he is going to sentence you to die by fire. But we're going to have the Pilgrim just to Pilgrim's chit on him. Just to keep that, to make that holy roller vibe a thing. And you'll see he has demonic immunity. 1 die on read rune immune curses. So he should learn spells also. So that's definitely going to be a gig for him. Also allied with the Order, and he starts the Inner Chapel. And this might be a little redundant, but we also have the White Witch. And we did play the White Witch. She's type 1 and type 3 with a little smattering of type 7 in there. A lot of light fights and light moves. She is light, of course. You'll remember Jackie Felix with the picture here, and I love this picture. I do think there's a nice painting. This would be my preferred art style for these. And I've played with Stable Diffusion. I'm really gonna have to spend some time with it and actually do it. I'm very much hoping that the AI comes up with the awesome picture, but what I realize is I watch people's videos using the AI models to generate art is you really have to futz with it quite a bit, do some masking. Like there's a whole thing where you sort of goad it into doing what you want to do. And we're gonna make her the wizard since she is quote unquote the White Witch. And that seems pretty suitable, I think. So we're going to attach that to that. So there you go. So those are my characters. We have the Satyr, the Chevalier, the Inquisitor, and the White Witch. So 2 fightery types, two magier types. The Satyr is sort of in the middle because he does get 2 spells. We're going to have to pick spells here in a minute. And we're going to have to do 3 characters picking spells. So that's quite a few spells to pick here. So let's get out our spell cards. I actually found the images for the backs of these cards like that I could swipe. So I probably will at some point change these to the real ones. So let's take a look. He gets type 3 spells. And Awakened Monster is... Oops, let's flip them. Flip it. The Diva song. The boring Diva song. You must flip it. So Awakened Monster, summons 1 box of non-prowling monsters though they were prowling that day. So, what this would be for would be you grabbing a set of monsters that you need to pop for whatever reason. You need Consult Demon, bam, demons can pop that day. You need wolves because you need to kill wolves or goblins or whatever. So, I mean, this is really good. This is a little dicey, but really good, I think, in the quest game because you can call the monsters to you. Now, the danger is you got to get the cards to make this worth it or else it's not as useful. So, now his powers are, just to make sure, Satyr body, can't have a horse, pony, warhorse, or boots because he's got little hooves. Tracking skills, so he is the woods girl, effectively, in the woods, and he can walk the woods every 7th day of the week, which is super powerful. I think mirror images might be good for him since he's a melee fighter. Casting that, giving him extra hits. So imagine you roll a 4 and you're facing something that could kill you. It's got to go through 3 mirror images before it's going to actually hit you. So you're going to eat 3 attacks. Now, mind you, you're most likely to eat 1 attack, so it's not that great. But mountain clearings require 1 move phase instead of 2. I think that's super useful. Persuade might be useful because he's not sort of buddy with anybody but the wood folk. But for him, that might be useful. I think sleep is useful. It's not as useful as on the wizard because there's a lot of things you cannot hit with this because it's timed, because you only have a time 3 chit. So you would either need to be alerted. And then web. If it hits, the victim's tied to that maneuver box. So this has to hit. It targets a single target. So what you could do is a creature that you were not going to be able to undercut, but you could still kill if you intercepted. You would take that creature, if you were hidden or had an alerted type 3, boff it with web. He's stuck to a box, and then you stick him dead. And then we also talked about this last night with people were chatting with me, Elvin Grace. And the reason Elvin Grace is intriguing is if you look at his fight time, his move times. Now, Elvin Grace only affects move chits, but look at his move chits. They're all-time 4, 5s, and 6s. So he's a big old slow boy. And he's not doing tremendous damage. So he, I think, is at a little bit of a disadvantage to, say, the big fighters. But with this, all of a sudden, all of these become time 3s, including the one with no asterisks. So he could dodge almost everything in the game, or flee from almost everything in the game. With no fatigue, that's pretty good. Now, his fights, he still might not be undercutting anyone, but he would be able to play his best fight and a move at a time 3. That's pretty powerful. The other thing which someone brought up would be you don't have to target you. You could target a monster or a native. And so, for instance, the Tremendous Octopus could become a time 4 all of a sudden, and thus easier to dodge or hit or whatever. Now, I don't know that use would be super useful for him, but pretty useful. I was considering these 3 from a combat perspective. And I was considering, from a utility perspective, these 2. I do think web is sort of useful also. I think sleep is generally useful. It's probably the best type 3 spell on the board, but it's not as useful for the Satyr. The reason it's useful for the Wizard is he has a time 2 chit. He hits almost everything with it, and so all of a sudden you can dodge everything. You get 6 bats, bam. You hit them with your time 2 chit, they're all unconscious, you're good to go. I mean, you don't necessarily hit them all, but you have a good chance to hit most of them, if not all of them. With a time 3 chit, you're not hitting anybody. I mean, you're hitting, again, big stuff, but you're not hitting. And so maybe this is his get out of jail free card on things he cannot possibly knock out, because he can only do tremendous unarmored damage. He cannot do tremendous armor. So if he meets a tremendous armor, then he's got to get out of dodge somehow. Sleep would help him get out of dodge against, say, the tremendous troll, which would be a death for the Satyr, typically. So the tremendous troll, the tremendous dragons, he can flee from. Although not the light one, not the tremendous flyer, but he could sleep it probably. So I'm going to consider sleep also as get out of jail free. So I talked myself into sleep a little bit. I do like Elvin Grace. I think there's a lot of combats that makes easier, with the caveat that I'm not sure that it makes them easy enough, since you're not going to auto hit anybody. So I was considering mirror images, and I think maybe sleep. Let's go with those. Mirror images is for fights that I want to do, that I want to make easy. Sleep is for fights I don't want to do. So these are my 2 spells, and this is where we're going to start with the Satyr. So we have 3 chits. I'm going to flip 2 of them. Oh, and by the way, they belonged to the wizard originally. Just keep that in mind. So I steal chits for these packets all over the place. So we start at the end of the ghost. So we got spells, and we're good to go. The Chevalier needs no spells. The Inquisitor is starting with 2 spells. Type 1, Type 5s I don't really think I'm going to take, by the way. So Type 1 and Type, 7? I don't think Type 5. There's no Type 5s. I mean, look at that chit, for crying out loud. It's an 8. This Type 6 is sort of sexy because it's 0 fatigue. So he is really good at casting this bad boy. And of course he has the Type 1s. So let's flip these. Let's see what we got. I mean, you could always take Small Blessing. I am not going to take Small Blessing, by the way. This essentially gives you 1 free hit there. Obviously, Vision. Now, he's immune to demons or imps, so he can just sit there if he wants to. You could take Exercise to nuke him, but that seems like a little bit of a waste. And then if we look at the Type 7s while we're here, you're pretty much going to Staff to Snake, but we don't have a Staff, so that's sort of a non-starter. Wisp Warrior, Control Bats, Avoid Danger. And that's about it. Like, that's what he can do. He can do the Ennies and he can do the white. So I don't love his spell choices necessarily. So what's his sort of gig? He can fight. He has a thrusting sword. So he is doing medium star damage at a time 4 or L star damage at a time 2. He is not quite fast enough to flee from everything. He will get caught by goblins, as a for instance, because his best move is in time 3. So, and he doesn't have. He can carry heavy stuff, but then he becomes like a time 4, so that's a little dicey. So I don't love his loadout necessarily. The other thing that he can do to keep in mind is that he can, using the fact that he can make enough color to flip tiles, he could use things like Veil Walker. He could cast some of these other spells in the correct circumstance. Having said that, Veil Walker is the only one that I would sort of consider, given... Veil Walker is the only one I would sort of consider. It has a lot of utility. It's worth flipping those tiles. But yeah, that's a 3-chit, right? You're going to flip. And the nice thing is, actually, you probably can get those back fairly quickly. It's strange. I'm not sure any magic should have no asterisks, because how do you fatigue a no asterisk chit? Not sure. Not sure at all. So, yeah, it's a little dicey. Obviously, you can go for Small Blessing. I'm not a giant fan. I do like Vision, but you have to really be committed to using it, I think. So I think we might do that. Bats are super dangerous for this guy because he cannot run from them. So I think Control Bats is not bad. So let me put my widgets over here to the right. Avoid Danger is a little bit... it's a little bit... dicey, but I mean, you do have the option, right? Because now you can go and go, okay, hey, there's a 6 on the board for the monster roll. I know I'm going to cast Avoid Danger. So as long as you just have this thing ready to cast, for tomorrow, well, you can't cast it then. You would have to cast it for tomorrow, right? So you'd have to go, well, tomorrow I'm heading into Ville. Let me cast and cross out the 6. Might take Miracle just to see, right? You get one whole reroll of any die at all, any die. So that could be, hey, I just got intercepted. I'm going to re-roll that. But you only get 2 spells, so you got to sort of figure out what your plan is. I think I'm leaning toward Vision and Control Bats. I'm leaning toward Vision in terms of, so the order is there. I think you could easily cast it maybe once or twice, bam and bam, to get all these paths sort of settled, and then you do have 3. This mountain tile is very good to get. Deep Woods is always good to get. The cliff is good to get. So I think maybe if we're aggressive with Vision, I don't have any cameras set up, so me tapping the camera. I think being aggressive with Vision might be a good way to go. So let's take those 2 and see how that works out. Now, I've never played the Inquisitor, so the simple fact is I might suck at it, but hopefully that's not the case. So we take these 2 spells, and we are ready to go with him. That leads us to the White Witch. The White Witch has a very similar loadout, but she also has type 3s. Her type 3, again, not quite as fast as the Wizard, so sleep is a little less useful to her than it would be because she can run from anything that she can't. She can run from things she can't sleep. So let me drag type 3s out for her, type 7s out for her, and type 1s out for her. So last time we did Small Blessing, and I think that was a trap for her. She gets an extra phase in Caves. I think we're going to really, really try to utilize that, maybe. She's allied with the Order, so hiring someone from the Order is sort of super important. The problem is the chapel's way up here compared to where I would be utilizing my cave powers here, right? So that's going to be her big question, is where do you start, actually? So she's friendly with the company guard and the wood folk. Like, she's got a lot of buddies. I'm friendly with the rogues, so that sort of sucks. She does pair up very nicely. Lots of chits. She's probably going to turn over 4-ish chits or so to start. So again, I'm going to pull Small Blessing out. I'm going to pull Miracle out. I mean, she is also immune to demons. So it seems that every holy dude is immune to demons. So let's start with those 4. I mean, I'm not. Elvin Grace has a little bit of interest to her simply because it turns these move chits into time 1s. So that could be another sort of thing, right? That's a get out of jail free. But you would have to cast it hidden. So I mean, you're probably already getting out of jail free at that point. We have Awakened Monster. Fleetfoot I actually do like for her. I'm not a giant fan of her spell options, actually, just given she does have better. I do think protection from not magic. That is a mess. Peace with Nature, I think, is a good call for her. Wisp Guide is not as useful as just plain old vision. She can take Staff to Snake. That's actually a very good spell for her, Staff to Snake. Staff to Snake is sort of interesting with Grace because the snake then becomes an M4/2, so it becomes nearly unhittable. So it's sort of interesting. Now it's still time 4 on the and Control Bats is also good, frankly. Slow Monster, interesting. Weirdly enough. So this guy's going to do medium, heavy, tremendous to unarmored creatures. I think we're going to try Staff to Snake, right? It's a summon now, so it takes stuff off of your... Unfortunately, well, I think I have Vipers, right? Yeah, so she has a Viper, I think, to do. And the Staff to Snake is simply a Viper with no other side. It's just... So I think we're going to try that, Staff to Snake. And do we have something else to then pick? So that's going to use our type 7. I would love to use my... And that's also using my white. So that's using this chit and my white. I wouldn't mind using... Let's do Peace with Nature, and then we can just keep gold. Now, does she have 3 of these or 2? She has 3 spells. Interesting. Interesting. You really... I'm going to go for the mobility option. So I think our 3 spells are going to be Staff to Snake, Peace with Nature, and Fleetfoot. So that gives her an option in the mountains. Now, it's an expensive option. The other thing that to keep in mind is that Peace with Nature is going to demand... Excuse me. It's going to demand a gold chit. So she's going to want to have gold at the ready. So, I mean, that's something to keep in mind. Fleetfoot is going to eat 2 type 3 chits, and so it's a little dicier, maybe. So, something to think about. But anyway, that's it. We got our spells chosen, and we are ready to get this first week underway. So, where is our Satyr going to start? So I think we're going to drag one of these over here. He is going to start at the Inn or the Ghosts. So I think he'll start at the Ghosts. Now the danger with that is simply that you cannot easily re-up your quests. So that's sort of the clunky bit there. But the rogues are way down here. Well, that's not that far, but they're way down here. Excuse me. So we'll just start there. It's just as well there. I have to excuse my throat started to go there. She starts at the inn, so that's super simple. That's a simple choice. This guy starts at the inner chapel. I mean, and he will start with black and white magic, I think, for sure. Obviously, we're going to start at the chapel. Is he allied with the order? I think he is, right? Yeah. So he can hire the order too. So we got two people potentially hiring the order day one. So we do sort of have a holy roller group there. And the other group. So there we go. We flip the order to random. Make sure we shuffle them. Okay, so we got that going. Let's copy these dice and put a copy there and there. So yeah, we're I mean, this, we're just sort of hanging out and slumming at this game, right? These are characters I don't know very well. I don't necessarily expect them to do great, but we shall see. So let's see what quests we end up with for everybody. So we shuffle. Give one to each person. Shuffle again. Give the second one to each player. Shuffle again. Third one to each hero. And now we're going to go and see what the Satyr has. He's got Windfall, so ends the day at a dwelling, get some cash, get a visitor, and Ancient Scrolls. And he can draw 2 visitors, so that's a great question. Yeah, that's fine, because he's going to get 2 of these cards back anyway. So, Windfall, Tiny Hut in the Valley, and he has Ancient Scroll. Sure. The Chevalier. So she has Guide. That's good. Woodwise, and Armor. So, okay. Woodwise is end of phase in any 3 woods tiles, not the deep woods. I actually like the Squirrel Companion. If you look at this guy, he's sort of weirdly badass. So he's a 2/2. He's a move 2 dodge monkey, right? So he's literally going to take someone, draw them off your sheet, and dodge them while you can hopefully get the kill. You can walk the woods for a day. You can gain the benefit of 1d6 rest phases. Using one of those powers, not fighting for you, means the squirrel can not act for the rest of the week until he is rested. So, you could walk the woods on day 7, as a for instance, like the other characters here, and use that to do that's what the squirrel's going to do for you. So that's pretty powerful. I do like that guy. That's a nice reward for that. The question is, are you going to end your day in 3 woods tiles, or and is it a phase or a day? And a phase. So that's pretty good. So you're going to have this one for sure. You could probably go through the deep woods and get oak woods and or nut woods, or walk through this valley and get maple woods. So I don't think that's a bad. I think that's a good one to keep. That squirrel companion can be super useful. So I think we'll keep it. The armorer, bring him a damaged piece of armor and pay a gold. He'll repair it, and then you can repair armor also. Okay. I mean, I like it. I like it. But you have to get your armor damaged and bring him a damaged piece of armor. That's sort of the goofy part, right? So I I think that's the one we're gonna ditch. And it says ancient scrolls, but it's really armorer. So let's ditch that one. And we'll draw another one. Explore the borderland. Well, that's time consuming, but we are right next to the borderland. And it's worth 2 points. So I think we're going to take it. The Inquisitor. The Inquisitor is to locate the pool. Lucky Day is a reroll of a chart. And Wolf Tamer. So you got to meet wolves. Now, typically, I would argue. I mean, that's cool in the sense that you get a wolf follower, but the answer there is that you have to literally scour and look for wolves. I'm gonna say that the chances of me getting that are lower than I'd like, and I'm gonna ditch Wolf Tamer, and instead he takes Ghost Hunter, which he has to keep. That is certainly better. It is a little bit of a walk for him, but it is better. So we're gonna keep those ones. Those are his quests. And finally, the White Witch gets locate the horde. She gets Woodsman with his find the small campfire. And she gets a rescue. So choose a clearing, not in your tile, with a group of monsters in it, and then you put someone down. Okay. I think that's fine. So I think those are our quests for our 4 heroes. And now we are just left with the global events for week 1. So global events week 1, amazing weather. So everybody's going to get some bitchin' weather. We have the Dwarven Smith and the Young Knight. So we're going to get some weather. So what I always do is I don't know what the hell I did there, but I did a lot of it. So I'm going to put that on their sheet to try to make it obvious, because I hate forgetting and not giving people their extra phase. It's so nice to have the phase. I want to make sure people get their phase. So we're going to put a giant sun on our record of fate here and let them know. So we got amazing weather, which we can now sort of discard. The Dwarven Smith appears at the Lost Castle. So let's pull the event bag. Smith. And we're going to put him up at the Lost Castle. And then a Young Knight, and the Young Knight appears in a clearing. Let's grab the Young Knight there and put him or her 6-1, Deep Woods 1. So that's going to benefit somebody. Who does that benefit? That is, I mean, honestly, it's sort of, I think, it's definitely better for these guys, the Satyr and the Chevalier, for sure. So we have the Satyr. the Chevalier, so we can do that. There you go. And now we have the Ohio State University, the White Witch, and the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor? What a show! So okay, all right. I think we're set. I think we're set and settled. That took a while. That was a long setup for sure, but you know, so be it. That's how it's going to be. We can delete and delete. We have our visitors, and we are ready to go. So the Satyr is going to, because of ancient scrolls, he doesn't really like any of these guys, but he is going to take the Scholar and put him at the dwelling. So the Scholar's going to go here. So he's placing the Scholar because of ancient scrolls, and I'm going to let him play Tiny Hut right now, just because, and he'll get it at the end of it. He'll get a card. So we'll draw a card, but put it down here for the end of the day. I just hate forgetting to play those cards. So he's going to put another visitor in a valley of his choice. Let's take the Shaman. Yes, he has type 3 spell. Let's take the Shaman. We put him in a valley of our choice. And I suppose there's no good reason to not put him in there. So we're going to get rid of that card, and we have another card incoming. Do we have any other person that needs to set anything up? I don't think so. So let's write our moves then. So I do think it behooves the Satyr. An extra $5 is certainly helpful. I don't know that it's... I don't know what we're going to do with the money. I do know that if we find like a scroll or something, bring it back here, he's going to pay us $50 for it. So we can certainly get a ton of cash. The Dwarf Smith is held at the Lost Castle. We're not going to... I mean, we could hire, but I don't know that that's... And, oh, I need cameras. I'm sorry. So last thing, while I think about the Satyr's move here. The last thing to keep in mind, I mean, he could hire. He's only neutral with the rogues. They don't hate him. I have to make sure he doesn't have any wacky penalties or anything. So that's camera 2. A rogue might help him because his biggest problem is that he's slow-ish. I mean, he's not any slower than, say, the White Knight or the Dwarf. He's just weaker than the White Knight, Dwarf, and Berserk. All the people he's as slow as, he's weaker than. Hopefully that gold magic makes up for that. I'm guessing it doesn't quite make up for it, so, you know, take that for what it's worth. He could also just go and try to grab this young knight. Just walk up, grab it. Although he would have to kill her because he has 3 magic chits. So the young knight is going to attack him, right? 3 or more magic chits, she attacks. And he can auto kill the second one. The other 2 are not quite as easy. And he doesn't have any armor or anything. He's a big boy. He's heavy. He could definitely be hurt by the young knight. Well, it took some time to get our yawn in. But he could hide and go 1, 2, 3. Does he have to encounter her unhidden? Yes. The knight assesses you when you unhide, as it were. So it is possible that you end up. So I'm going to do that. I think we're going to go for it. I think we're going to hide. We're going to move, and move to the knight. Oh, and we have an extra phase. So even better. It's not that much better. We'll just hide again, and then we get an extra move. So we are done writing our move. The Chevalier has a lot to do. So I think her initial goal is to explore the borderland. Done. So I think that is her goal. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 with a hide. So explore borderlands. Let me write my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there, my indicator. So 1, 2 to Linden Woods. And so she has 3 woods to manage too. So she has So 1, 2, 3, 4, and she gets an extra hide. So extra hide, move into Linden Woods, move BL2, I believe, and then move BL3. So she's going to mark 1 on Woodswise and 2 Borderlands clearings. So I think that is a darn good move for her. Now, the only danger you have is Borderlands could definitely be goblins. And goblins are a little rough for her. She can't run quite as well as she would need to. What do we got here? So we have the Inquisitor. And he is trying to locate the pole Lucky Day Ghost Hunter. I'm not super thrilled with any of that yet. Ghost Hunter is not amazingly far away, but certainly far enough. He is allied with the knights. And I do want to use vision to its fullest. So I would say that we're allied. We have $10. We're looking for price times 1, 2 or 1. We're going to go all out. And I think it's more important for him than it is for the White Witch. I think he has less that he can run from, and obviously less sort of spell options. So I think having that extra fighter is going to be fairly useful for him. She has to find the horde and the small campfire and ultimately get something that she can do. She is going to cast Peace with Nature first thing. Oh, she can't. Her spell choices are bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let her re-choose that one. That is not a valid spell choice for her at this juncture. So give me a second. Because she's going to tie up that type 7 shit forever. And that's fine. She's going to tie up that type 7 shit forever. She's going to want gold magic. So, I mean, I hate... okay. And I promised myself I wouldn't take this. But I think that's going to make Small Blessing just a thing for her to do then at that point. Like, that is... At that point, I think you are taking small blessings. So I'm not super thrilled, but that's sort of where we're at. So there you go. So what she is going to do, I do think then she's going to take a day. And I do think small blessings a little bit of a trap. But I mean, if she pops it, she's super powerful for a little bit. So let's and I think what she is gonna do, she has to find the small campfire. Okay. We're gonna trade with the order, so we'll start there. And I mean, I suppose I am. I suppose I'm okay hiring also. And then she's going to cast her little heart out. And she is done. So there you go. There's day one. It is written. So it is written, so it shall be done. And we have a monster roll coming. And the monster roll is a 3. So we're going to start off with goblins. Chevalier is first. Let's go in order here. The Chevalier is going to hide and then do her move. So let's see if she hides first thing. She does. So she is hidden and then goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So she marks off 2 and 3 and one of these. And indeed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of her chits here to show that it's been done. And I'll just keep that one to myself. And then she's going to draw. That's for trolls and the lost city appears. Okay. Well, okay. Slither 6. Vault in 3. That's not going to help her right off the bat. Flutter in 1. Bats. Patter in 5. That's goblin right there. And then the layer in 3. So Patter is going to draw goblins. That's it, but Patter draws goblins. Now, she's got the layer. Now, she doesn't need to find that. This does make it a little harder for her to do what she needs to do. But so be it. That's sort of where we're at. So she is done. The witch. Trade once with the order, and then hire. And the patrol's going to show up. So let's do the trade. So she's going to look. She finds the alchemist mixture and the scroll of alchemy. Neither of which is super useful. She will indeed roll on. I mean, if she's going to roll on anything, screw it. She's going to roll on this warhorse. $18. If she gets a boon, she would consider it, by the way. 3. Price times 2. So it's $36 for the warhorse. She's going to turn it down. She will try to hire, though. She does need a 2 or a 1. So that's one of the hires. 2 of the hires. 3 of the hires. Oh, that's rough. And 4 of the hires. So she's not getting him. And she is done. I don't think it's necessary that she's, she doesn't have to be all in on that. And he's going to hide twice and then head to the knight. So he goes 1, 2, 3. He is hiding 2 times. He does. And we're going to flip this guy. So it is Flutter 2, so potentially bats and dank spiders. And he is done also. And finally, oh, and the patrol shows up at the chapel. Finally, our Inquisitor, he is outright hiring all day. So he is also allied with them. And he is also looking for really a 2 or a 1. I saw a 2 pop up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, you can do this. Oh, that was a 1, 5. So not going to happen. Not going to happen. He would have sold his sword, I think, to do it, actually. But, so he is done. And that's that. So we have really 2 things going on. First off, both the White Witch. So she's going to roll first. She's going to have trouble with the patrol. And they do challenge her. She will let them challenge her. Because keep in mind that they're going to be playing their horses to fight her. Their horses are not fast enough. They're fast enough. But their horses are not fast enough. So she is going to, using this chit, then run out of the clearing. She's not going to let them. She's going to have them block battle her. The Inquisitor has to roll also. He is also neutral with the patrol. The patrol do not dig with him, so he is fine there. What that does do to her is it does not allow her to cast. So she actually did not cast any of her spells today. So she's going to have to sort of make... That actually wastes a day for her. So that's a little shitty. The other thing we have is that the Satyr... So let's read the knight. Appears in random clearing. Roll a d6 to determine the knight's stats. All knights are medium and armored, but have varied move fight values too. So it is a spear guy. 6, H6, and M4. So I think it's a pike dude. So we're going to become unhidden. We are assessed. And he is coming at us. So the nice thing is, I mean, we do have to, so So let's analyze this fight real quick. So he's on our sheet. We can't auto hit him right now. What we can do is we can play this to be fast enough that he is not going to go first. We will go first if he happened to intercept us. If he flips, he's going to go first if he intercepts us, which is a little dicey. And we can't get much faster than that. We're going to have to play this dodge. So we're going to have to do this, effectively. And hope he intercepts and doesn't flip. If he does, he will heavy wound us, which is actually a little dicey. Now, what we can do is we can cast, if we're willing to give up our first... if we're willing to give up our first... So we will play dodge anyway. And so we're going to cast, because we have a time 3 chit. So we're going to cast Mirror Images. So what Mirror Images is going to do is going to create a number of images. It creates a single image. So I'm going to put, I don't know. I'm going to put, I'm not sure. We'll copy the Satyr's chit. How's that? And put one. And we'll make it mini. And those are our mirror images. So the first hit against us, I'll put it there. The first hit against us is going to hit this guy. So we're not attacking. And we're hoping this guy doesn't line up. If he doesn't line up, then I think we got him. 5. He does line up. That little SOB. Does he flip? He does not flip. So what happens is he hits us for tremendous damage, but he actually hits the mirror image and kills it. Done. Now it's round 2. So actually none of that helped us effectively. And I'm sorry, that would have been on round 1, we would have been hidden and we would have alerted this. I'm sorry, round 2, we become unhidden. He shows up. We cast on round 2. He hits this. So we are here. So, This is a shitty fight for us, for sure. I think I need to play like this. The mirror images, if I had 2 of them, or he didn't kill the first one, this is a winner. But this becomes a loser all of a sudden with where we're at. So we're just going to have to roll it and see how it goes. So next round, 4. He stays put. Does he flip? He does not flip. So that's fine, and we have to fatigue. And I'm trying to figure out if there's something better to do. I could play our H4, but I'm only as fast as him, and he would hit me at the same time. So I'm about there. It's about the same thing, I think. So that's round 2 or 3. Yes, round 3. Sorry. Next round 2. So he goes all the way down the bottom. Does he flip? He does not flip. So we are once again fatiguing. That mirror images was a mistake. Next round. 4, he stays put. Does he flip? He does not flip. Might as well fatigue that one. It's literally how long is it going to take him to line up? 5, so he does line up. And he does not flip. So we hit him first. And we're going to take him out. But we do take another fatigue. Whew. So 5 fatigues for that fight. We do kill the young knight. And that's worth a VP. Day 1. We're going to score the knight. and take 1 fame. So the Satyr scored a card point. Done. And we can discard that. That was an expensive victory point, let me tell you. I think that's the end of day 1. So all that for day 1. Anything else? I don't think he's casting. I would love to hire for him. Like he is even more prone to needing that than she is. So, the Satyr does get to flip his card. He has Snake Charmer, which is Encounter a Serpent. So that is okay, I suppose. But all of a sudden, he needs to rest. Like, he's actually just a little bit exhausted. Now, he does roll a single die up in the woods, so that's cool. But we would hope that the Deep Woods would actually have a site, and it does not. So the Deep Woods is a little bit of a loss for us. So I think what we're going to do... I'm going to extra hide. I'm going to move, and move back to the inn. That's going to give me 1 rest, and I should get a windfall. So I'm gonna go with that for now. I'm gonna take my extra. We're gonna move back. We're gonna rest up. So he's good. The Chevalier is still really just trying to get her Borderlands done. The main problem I think she has, those goblins are gonna make this tough. Now she can fight goblins, but she's just it's a fatiguey fight, and she can certainly fight axe goblins. Can certainly fight axe goblins because they're going to bounce off this armor most of the time. He does have a dodge. This dodge M3 is great, so she can mostly dodge them. So it's a good fight for her. She's not super concerned about it. And she has to get Woodswise Guide. So she could get 5-4 to... She get 5... she can't get 5 and 4 today. I think what she's going to do... Okay, so I think what she's going to do... She's going to use the extra phase to hide. She's going to move to 5 where the goblins are. So make sure I know that these are gobs. And then she's going to search and use guide. And that will get her that passage. Then she's in the clearing with the goblins. So if it's safe, if nothing appears, no more goblins, for instance, then she can make the call whether she's going to try to take them. Done. Time 3, character 3 is the Inquisitor. I don't want to waste too much more time here, but I think I'm going to go 1 more day. I am going to... We're just going to do it. Hire, hire, hire. We're just going to do it. We're going to hire up one more day. If that doesn't work, we have to move on. And we're going to use Lucky Day here if we need to get rid of the card. So that's his gig. And then I think she... Oh, and she shouldn't have done... Yeah, so unfortunately, I am retconning her a little bit simply because of where I ended up with my spell pick. So I apologize, by the way. But she would not have flipped these given that she has small blessing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move out. So move to 2. I am going to hide. So we'll use the extra phase to hide. I'm going to move back to the chapel. And then at that point, because she really just wants to, at this point, I'm not even going to hire. I mean, I am going to hire. But if I get lucky, I'll do it. If I don't get lucky, I'm just going to cast and get out of dodge. My actual goal is to cast. So she is done. I think that's it. I think that this is day 2. We do need a monster roll. 4. So giants and trolls, that's going to suck a little bit. I wonder if she should have done the lair. Wouldn't have mattered, a troll's coming, so it's going to suck. So we got the Satyr is first. 1, 2, 3. He does do a hide. And he is hidden. And then he's going to rest. So we're going to pull back. What are we going to pull back? That's a great question. He's going to pull back his move chit. And that's it. That's his day. And then he's going to end a day in a dwelling for $5. So I'm going to toss that and give him the $5. So he starts with 10. He ends day 2 with a windfall, and he is done. And I'm going to draw a quest card there. So there we go. Save that. And he has $15. Everybody else has 10, of course, but that doesn't count for anything until you get more than 10. It is useless scoring. As soon as you get 11, you can score, which, is a little dicey, but whatever. Next is the White Witch. So she moves out. She's going to hide and come back in. Let's see if she hides from those nasty... She doesn't. God damn it. So she wanders back on in. And then what is she going to do? She has 2 hire rolls, actually. So she is going to hire. She needs a 2 or a 1. No. And no. So none of those are going to fly. So she is done. The Chevalier, she's going to hide. And she does. And then she moves down to here. And then she's going to search and use Guide instantly. So Guide goes. And she has found Borderlands 4-5. So we're going to mark that. And then... So not the worst. But trolls show up. So Bones is going to draw trolls. So that's going to make her not want to fight anything. For sure. Bones draws trolls and the vault. So she's going to, I think, remain hidden. And just sort of stick with that. The main problem she's going to have, again, is... now getting through where she wants to get is going to be dicey. And she got 5. So we'll mark 5 off for her. Done. So she's got 3 more of these to go. Our Inquisitor is very much just hiring. He is negotiating with the Order. He's like, but I have people to Inquisit. There we go, ×1. So he does, so he gets $10 to start. He takes $8 off. He has Order 3 all the way through day 16. Let's get Order 3. And they finally agree. The Order's like, you know what? There are heathens to kill. You are correct, sir. Here you go. Here's your young squire. Good luck. And that's that. That's his day, and he is done. No lucky day, no nothing. What we do have to do is we have to roll neutral for the witch. The witch gets no problems with the patrol. The Inquisitor does have a problem with the patrol. They will challenge him. He's going to suck it up and take the -5. They insult him. You need a knight to do your dirty work. I don't think that's a good fight. Well, that's a good question. He might not have to challenge them. Well, he does, and I'll tell you why. He's unhidden. If he were hidden, I would just send the knight. Go! They have offended my honor. You go kick their asses. And he would kick their asses. Slowly, but he would kick their asses. Unfortunately, we do not have that ability. We are unhidden. And so we could dodge them, but we would have a 33% chance of getting run through. And actually more than a 33% chance. So we're going to take the challenge and just walk away. We're going to let them feel superior. Now, I had a quest. I don't often use it in these hero games. I have a quest, actually. It's written on a card here somewhere. A note card. It is called Insulted. You don't draw it. You take it when you've been insulted. The group becomes unfriendly. Killing any of this group, stealing one of their treasures, or using the arsonist card against them gets you a VP and ends the Insulted quest. So, and if you don't complete it by the end of the game, you lose a VP. So that would definitely be one. The haughty Inquisitor, dissed by the patrol, sends the knight after them. And the knight would really slowly kill them because he could take out their horses, but it's very likely that at some point you reach the deadlock there. I think that's it for day 2. Obviously, we're not doing anything with the Satyr. He is done. She is casting. So she's going to cast. She's casting Peace with Nature first thing. So Peace with Nature is first. We're going to fatigue that bad boy. And now Peace with Nature is active. So we no longer have to worry. As long as we have gold, we no longer have to worry about drawing warning chits or sound. We are also going to, at the chapel, we're going to wish and see where that gets us. So we've got some wishes here. 5, health. All of your action chits are arrested and returned to play. So this chit goes away, but this one actually comes back. So that's sort of cool. Second cast. 5, health. So guess what? She's going to cast, and that one's going to return to play. I'll roll 5s all day. Literally, you can roll 5s all day. Strength. I wish for strength. That's what she wants. She has wished for strength. She is now a badass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, just for giggles, we're going to take the Berserk chit. And we're going to put it on her staff, right? So that's going to tell me that, hey, her next. So that would be this chit being utilized. Done. She has cast, and she is good to go. So that's it. She's done all the things she needs to do. She's got Peace with Nature. She is a tremendous, tremendous killer now, and she is done. I think that's our day. I think the Chevalier hides and does jack all. I think I think, yeah, that's it. So, so what is our quest at the end of the day? Plant your flag. The Forest Lord wants to claim a territory. That's what we're gonna go with there. So we need to figure out where that territory is. So we're gonna roll it. It's 0-6, so it's Ruins 6. So let's grab this guy. Where is Ruins 6? Oh, Ruins 6. Right in the middle of everything. That's a clunky spot. RU6. That's a long way from home, buddy. It's not that bad. It's just you have to find your way around, right? So it's pretty much around here, up here, and then through there. Okay. I mean, we'll. So I think what we are going to do, I am going to rest once. So no matter what, we are resting once. That's going to get us the ability to cast sleep. Um, I'm going to move into Linden Woods. So 2. That's 2 moves. I am going to hide because I roll a die to hide. I am going to rest one more time. That'll give me like a fight chit back or something. So let's see how that goes. She has played, so she gets a card. She has a purple source. That is worth jack all for her. So purple source. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to burn it now. So I'm not even going to write it down. She's just going to discard it. And I'm going to draw a quest card upside down to note that tomorrow she can get that quest card done. So save that. What is she going to do? Now, unfortunately, she gets no extra phases because she is in the dark all night. So she's going to go. And there's a lot of bad things that can happen in terms of. I think she's going to move to 4. And I think she's going to have to hide. This is where this gets super slow, right? She's going to move to 4, and then she has to hide. And she is done. The Inquisitor has his buddy, and he is ready the hell to go. So we are going to... we're going to move into the mountain. Move into the mountain. We are going to hide. That'll be our, I suppose, our extra phase. So we're there. We already know what the Deep Woods holds, which is jack. Nothing good. The Deep Woods holds nothing good. I mean, honestly, I think we're going to... So we're going to hide first, just in case. So I'm going to extra hide. I hate to say it, but there's no reason not to just hide till we get into the mountains. So done. We're going to see what's there first. So she's got protection from nature. She's got her widget ready to go here. Does have peace with nature up and ready to roll. She has to find the small campfire too. So she she could hide and get to Mountain 5. That'll be her extra phase. And sure, that's what she's going to do. So she's going to try to run it a little bit. So that's ready. We're ready for day 3. And let's get a monster roll on day 3. It is 3 goblins. Oh, again, gosh darn it. And we're going to have these guys in that order. The Satyr heads up to here. He hides once with 1 die. 5. So he is hidden. And then he does flip that. Dank. Well, that's what he wanted. He just wanted a 2. So that's too bad. Like I was actually sort of vaguely hoping for that. So I'm going to pull this one back so that I could cast Sleep. Done. And he is done. The Inquisitor is going to go here, and he's going to be hidden. That is his goal, and he is hid. Ruins, so it's bats and roar. So sort of useless, actually, the mountain. So he is done. The Chevalier is going to go here, and she is going to hide. And she is hidden, and that's useful. These goblins are going to roam, and we're going to get extra goblins in here. Now that does give her the, ooh, maybe I should kill those guys vibe, right? And then the White Witch is going to go to here. She's only going to hide once. And she does hide. So these guys are both hidden. And she doesn't find anything either. So that is the day. She's going to have all 6 of these dudes on her sheet, unlike the previous time we fought when we had a couple guys. The way that this goes bad, of course, is that one whole group of these turns and then starts pounding on her. If only one of them turns at a time, she's sort of got this. And to some degree, I mean, she does have this generally anyway with this dodge chit. She can usually do what she needs to do. So I think what we are going to do is we're going to hide on day 1, or round 1. We'll ready this. She'll effectively go and see if she can luck out. If she lucks out and kills this guy round 1, she only has 5 to deal with. She probably can do it. So a 1 or a 4? A 4. So he's going to line right up, and she tags him. And then all these guys come to her sheet. So let's adjudicate that battle. I don't know what I was hoping for there, but this is okay. So our broadsword is slow now, which sort of sucks. So we're going to put a target on him. Doesn't matter what we play, actually. So we're going to go that route. They don't do anything unless they flip. Once they flip, we can pop the M3 if we need to. And actually, we do not have to play this M3. We can play an M4. It's just that it doesn't really matter. So we're still looking for a 4 or a 2 in this case. 4 or 2 is ideal. It's a 1. So that sucks, because that is the danger. This is actually the danger right here. Does the first guy flip at all? He does. Does that second pile flip? They do not, so that's good. And does the third guy flip? He does, so that's getting a little dicey. So these guys are all going to hit her, but that's the blow is taken by her shield because they do light damage only. It doesn't damage the shield. It doesn't damage her. Everybody else misses. So now she's got a little bit of a thing going. Now her effort limit is 3. So she can play that dodge M3, for instance. And still do this. She's going to have to fatigue twice, which sucks. But I think that's worth getting a kill. Oh, and this is readied now because she missed last round. So let's roll. We're still looking for a 4 or a 2. She gets a 4. Everybody lines up. Does the first guy flip? Yeah, so he flips back to his easy side. Does the second guy flip? No. So he stays on his clunky side. The third guy does not flip. So she is going to hit. She's going to hit first. She is going to kill him. So that's her second kill. But she has to fatigue 2 times. So what she's going to fatigue is she's going to fatigue this and I think an H. And now she is done and her weapon flips to the clunky side. So now a little clunkier. But she only has 2 guys in the bad pile now, so not bad. She is making her way through these goblins. Still looking for a 4 or a 2. She gets a 2. So these guys flip. Does the first dude flip? He doesn't. Does the guy we're going to kill flip? He does. That sucks a little bit, and I'll tell you why in a second. Does the third pile flip? It does. Also sucky. So what happens is he's going to hit us first. He pings the shield, and he does a wound. We don't have to fatigue, but we took a wound, and then we kill him. So we're going to take a wound. That wound is going to be this. We're never going to play this this combat. I mean, we might. We hit last round, so we can't really dink with him. So we're gonna do this. I would rather not get my shield dinged if I can help it, or destroyed. But here we are. That's the danger with this. And she dropped armor, which is the worst because she could have had that. So again, 2s or 4s are ideal for her. 4, everybody stays put. That is perfect. First box does not flip. We would like this box to not flip because we want that shield to remain alive. It does. And this guy doesn't flip either. He bangs us in the shield for nothing, and we kill him right after. And because we're just going to assume they don't flip. That's usually the way to go since it's a low chance. 4 or 2 again. 1, not good. So these guys switch. That's going to suck. We would like this guy to flip now, ideally. He doesn't. What about the bottom guy? Does he flip? I hope he doesn't, actually, and he does not. So what happens is he destroys the shield and wounds me. Gonna drop that one. Our weapon now is good. I am going to actually hope here. So we're going to go for that guy. I'm not going to play a move. I'm going to be hit by both of these, but I'm going to be faster, so I'm going to kill him first. 3, so he goes up. 3 stays put. The first guy doesn't flip, so that's good. We're going to kill him first. The bottom guy, ideally, does not flip either, but he does. Son of a bitch. That's what I didn't want to happen, so he's going to ding my armor and wound me. So I am going to wound... I'm going to wound this move M4. But I kill him, so that's good. And I have to fatigue a fight. That is less good. We're going to fatigue this fight and pull this one back. So... Gonna play on that guy. I am going to do this because he either doesn't flip and damages me, but I kill him first. Oh, but wait, right? I can't quite do that because I killed a guy. So this actually is back to its crap side. So that's good to know. So obviously we're gonna have to play this. I'm going to have to, and I can't play anything faster. That broadsword is really slow on the unalerted side. So I am really going to hope actually to not catch him. So a 3. So he shifts up. That's actually good for me. Does he flip over or not? He does flip over. And so he is going to not hit me. I'm going to kill him. And we don't have to fatigue or anything that one. That was a rough battle, but not terrible. I'm the most sad about getting all this crap damaged and destroyed. Not the fatigues and the wounds as much. But that is worth 21 prowess. So that's not bad. She's got 21 of those. And she puts these guys in the graveyard. Not bad. Not bad at all. So that was her fight. I don't think anybody else has one. I think we are done for the day. So we are up to day 4. The Satyr is... he has plant flag in the ruins. I think he is vaguely making his way there. Snake Charmer, Ancient Scrolls. Now, I wouldn't mind a Viper. Those Vipers aren't bad. They're like giant killers, effectively. But I do not have... otherwise a lot of good bits here, do I? I mean, we've scored, so that's good. We need to find the castle if we are to free the smith. So I think we're going to extra hide. We're going to move into the cliff. So there you go. Then I'm going to rest twice. And done. She is going to draw this quest card, Pub Crawl. Well, that ain't that. That's no, that's not good. That was a bad draw. Oh, she also got Clearing 4. She now just has 1 and 6. Can she? She can run from not bats. She could run from most anything she's going to meet there, except for goblins, except for bats. I'm seeing what it would be like to end here. Just move, and get out of dodge. And the answer is it's a little dangerous, right? I don't love. I don't love where I think she's going to move 6 and hide again, or hide and move 6. And that's sort of where she's at. And she is done. Day 4 for our Inquisitor. Locate the pool, Lucky Day, Ghost Hunter. Okay, sure. Where the hell can the pool be? Where the hell is this shit? So mountains, right? Mountains are the thing, because mountains will be the Lost Castle. The Lost Castle is going to be a likelihood of the pool. 1, 2, 3, 4. And maybe hide there. But no, let's just do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go straight to Deep Woods 5. So that's the Inquisitor is move, and move. Extra move. And he's going to end up at Deep Woods 5. He's just going to run through. We need to make some time here. Our witch she could use to rest twice if she wanted to. Does she have anything that is ready for rescue? She actually does. 1, 2, 3. So that's intriguing. But should she call it that early? So I think what she is going to do, she could either go here, but that's a lot of phases she wouldn't be using. How about 1, 2, 3, 4? How about she gets to 4? And hides there. So hide, move, and move. Deep Woods 4. And what I'm thinking for her is, so yeah, he runs to here. He gets within striking distance of this troll, and she pops rescue on the troll. She can cap the troll in one shot, do the rescue, done. But she can't. She's not going to call it yet because, frankly, it's far away. This thing could roam. I want to. She wants to see what the situation is before she calls it. So we are ready on day 4. I don't think we're. Yeah, this is day 4. We need a monster roll on day 4. 5. So we got spiders. We got imps. The Inquisitor is first, so the Holy Rollers go first. So the Inquisitor is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He just runs straight there. And then he's going to get this spider on him, which is fine. He's going to have the knight take care of it, of course. She is going to go 1, 2. She's hiding, of course. So 1, 2, 3. So is she hidden or not? Really is the question, right? Because she could get blocked there. She doesn't. So she ends up there. He is not hidden, so that thing is blocked on him. Done. The Satyr is heading into the cliff and resting twice. So he's going to head into the cliff. He is resting. He's hidden, and he hid once, and he rested 2 times. So what I would do is let's bring a magic and a fight back. And that is him, but now he flips these. Smoke, nothing, and the Lost Castle in 1. So our Dwarven Smith is there. I don't like that position for him. But it's not the worst. But what else is here? And this is going to change, I think, a lot of people's moves here for the rest of the week. Altar in 1. Slither in 3. Remember, we rolled spiders. Patter in 2. That's here. Howl in 4. Horde in 6. We got bats, we got demons, we got dragons. So bats, demons, dragons, snakes, and spiders. And we're going to get patter in 2. So that is a spider in the mountains. So that's that. And now she is going to be hidden. She is not hidden at all. And she's going to go there. But I don't think anything appears with spiders. Yeah. So she screws that up, but does manage to survive it. So now we have 2 fights. We have 1 auto fight. We have to do this fight. So the Inquisitor is first. The Inquisitor drags a buddy sheet over to his section. This is the spider. We are playing our horse on that side. So you can play him. Oops. Whoa. Hey. Oop. Ah, jeez. Okay. Let's not do that. Let's just bring this up here and then lock it. So when you play a horse, you play on the encounter step one way, and then you flip him the other way you can only play him galloping once. We'll play him galloping in the melee step. That is sort of how we're going to roll. And we will effectively play like this. So it's going to be a move 4. It's going to be heavy, right? We're largely looking to intercept this thing. We can do... Strangely enough, we actually can do medium star damage, which is enough to kill this spider. But we fatigue every time we do it. So I think we're just going to let him go once and see what happens first. So it's a 5. So he's not going to line up. He's going to go down there. And does he flip or not? He does. So he misses us. We miss him. There you go. I will now fight like that. So this is going to be, it doesn't matter because it's time 4 at this point. We're going to ready it using whatever we got, and then we're going to play that fight. Now the spider is going to line up. And does he flip? He doesn't flip. So what happens? Well, they both line up, but fortunately we're attacking faster. We do heavy damage. We kill the spider. So he gets 3 points. 3 prowess, and we do have to fatigue. And we're going to fatigue that shit, and we are done. So the spider, not a big deal. He goes to the graveyard. Does the Satyr want to spider up here? Maybe on our sheet. We could easily ready the weapon. So we could ready it with this. That's going to put us there. And then pretty much anything would do. What we're looking to... I mean, the only problem... So I think what we would do, so we put the dodge here, generally. Yeah, we would ready with this. We're going to have to fatigue one round. And then we can just not fatigue. So he flips up here. Does he flip or not? He does not flip. So done. We have to fatigue once. So I'm going to fatigue this move. And then from now on, we're going to play this. Because... So we fatigued on round 1. Round 2, he's going to line right on up. And we're going to hit him first no matter what. Because our weapons, we hit at the same speed and our weapon is longer. So we kill the spider and we are done. And we have 3 prowess. So the Inquisitor has -2 prowess. The Satyr has 3 prowess. And the graveyard is, there you go. So we had 1 fatigue, but we did kill the spider. So be it. We are done. Okay. So if you can get to the guardhouse, so the thing would be to take this smith to the guardhouse. Now the guardhouse is a little bit of a chunk away through the deep woods. If you can enchant, you can go through Linden Woods. Now, who wants to do this? Well, I mean, the Satyr, frankly, should want to do this. Why? Well, because the reward for the smith is to improve your weapon. So, what do you mean improve the weapon? Well, you can put a sharpness star on it. You can add a sharpness star. That would be one way to do it. So he would do medium star or heavy star damage, which would be even better. So the Satyr could become a tremendous killer. That's good. You could heavy up the weapon, which is a bad idea. Or you can take a time off the weapon. So for the Satyr, he would definitely increase the sharpness on his. For the Chevalier, she would probably... I would probably argue that she would reduce the speed of this. Now, she could also put a sharpness star on, and that would allow her some pretty good shit at a good time. So she'd have to make a decision there, right? Or she could make that an M4 attack, which would make her a little bit better in those situations where her sword's not ready. So when she hits a guy, that's usually the issue. And, I mean, he may very well want to put, again, a sharpness star on his weapon, because a sharpness star gives him L star damage. And it could be M star in certain cases. So again, all of a sudden, that one little thing is going to make a huge difference for a lot of characters. So pretty much any of the weaponed characters is going to go for it. So, all right. It's day 5. He is a little dicey. He could really use some moves. There's a lot of crap going down, too, so we do have to be a little bit careful. Snakes? I don't fear snakes. That's good. I have Snake Charmer, so we could easily get a snake and be done with that. I do think we extra hide. I think we move to 3, and I think we're going to search and search and search and try to get this thing found. I think our Lady Knight here we do have to worry about I think what we do for her is I think we run. I think we just get out of dodge. I don't want to get caught by Flutter. I don't want to get caught by Patter. I can get caught by... I mean, don't get me wrong. She needs to frickin' rest for sure. So that's something she just needs to do. The only other option would be to run into the ruins or to do a hide move again. I don't like running into the ruins. You could get... I don't think there's another Patter 5 out there, though. But you could get Ruin C, and that's going to draw the goblins again. I'd rather not do that. So I think what she's going to do is, it's a little bit of a clunky move, but she's going to move and move into the valley. And that's going to bring ghosts. But she can run from the ghost with this. And she'll have to fatigue again. But she can get out of there. And then that's going to put her here. And then the next day she can figure out what her 4 move is. 5 move, actually. Our Inquisitor is trying to locate the pool or do Ghost Hunter. Well, I think we might as well Ghost Hunt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dank would suck. That would not be cool. These are medium armored. Can I do medium damage? I can, but only at a little bit of a cost. Now, we could run out of there and let him take it. Do we have a rest? Do we have the ability to... Can we can rest our chid? So I tell you what, we're going to move, and move into the woods, and then extra rest. Done. That's good. This is where Miracle would be useful, because you could re-roll the monster roll, for instance, if you didn't like the monster roll, if you had the Miracle chit ready to roll. Okay, our witch still looking to slide up. Says locate the horde. The horde is here, so it is found. Interesting, eh? Interesting. The other thing that he can do is the Inquisitor can do vision, so he can find all those if he wants to. So that's something to keep in mind also. So I think what she would like to do is she's going to move 1, 2 into Oakwoods 4. So she's going to move into Oakwoods 4. Okay. She is then going to extra hide and rest and rest. And she will be done. And that is everybody's move. And we are ready for day 5. So let's get this shit rolling here. 1. So we haven't seen enough dragons this game, so let's dragon up. Inquisitors first, White Witch second. So the Inquisitor goes 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe. Yeah, he just busts it out and then he rests this chit. And Dragons is not going to draw anything here, so he is done. The White Witch wanders into these woods. 1, 2. Does she go 3 or 2? She only goes, so that's Oakwoods 2, so sorry. Then she hides. And she does. And then she's going to rest 2 times. That's going to bring both of these chits back. And now, this is going to flip in its bones. So she doesn't care about that right now. She is done. The Chevalier goes 1, 2. She gets jumped by ghosts. Now she is going to have Explore the Borderlands done. So let's give her that credit. So right here, Explore Borderland. That's 2 points worth. So that's going to give her 2 card points. And she's going to get 10 gold. And this is if she lives, of course. And she learns all the paths in the Borderlands. So that's literally all of them. So that's really only 2 things, unfortunately. It's not that exciting. Done. And I suppose we're turning this in, and I'm going to draw one that I'm just going to, I'm going to draw one that I put there. She is done. The Satyr moves here. He is going to hide. And he does. And now he is going to search how many times? 2 times. 3 times. He has 3 searches. He's looking for a 3, 2, or 1. And he does find it. So he finds this guy right there. And he's done, effectively. And then what's going to appear is Slither. Well, wait, is it Smoke 2? No, so yes, he's going to get Smoke M. This is bad, all around bad. So he gets Smoke M. He gets Slither 3. And the Horde. So pretty much all the dragons show up. Now he cannot walk out of this clearing up the mountain because it takes 2. So he either has to hide, and he's not a fast guy. So he's not a runner, a good runner. So it's a little clunky. Now he can kill these guys, but it is not easy to kill these guys for him. So that ain't good. That was a bad roll. So he is done. But he did find Cliff 3-6. Yay. Woohoo. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. So, who do we got? What fights do we have here? So let's look at the Chevalier. I mean, she can kill the goats. It's just, I think actually she's going to get out of dodge and fatigue again. and she's going to end up there. And she'll make a determination at some point, like where to go. I think she actually is going to end up at the soldiers. And she's going to rest. And that's going to be her sort of couple of days there. I don't think he's fighting. I think he's good. He's like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool. We cool? We're cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, we're done. It is day 6. I do not know what the hell he's going to do. He could plant his flag in the ruins, but he has to get to the damn ruins. I was actually hoping to utilize this pass to get to the ruin. So let's keep that in mind. That tremendous dragon showing up would be a disaster. The snakes would be a disaster, a little bit. Although he could snake charm them. He does have sleep, and sleep will get him at least so far. He can sleep them. The dragon. So I'm going to say he can hide. Let's hide. Let's move to 6. So it's an extra hide, right? Yeah, so he moves up to 6. So that's 2 moves. And then he moves. He's going to move to the smith. Sure, what the hell? So he is done. That's he's going to hope to get lucky is really what he's going to do. She has a quest, Spellmaster. Well, that is pointless for her. So she's going to pop him at a random clearing. 7-4. High pass 4. So that's only for her. It's not for everybody. It's not a race. She has heard of this hermit in High Pass 4. So we're going to put one of her chits on High Pass 4. It's the middle of the High Pass. It's strangely close. There's no reason not to get the VP, really. So I mean, she does want Woodwise for sure, but I think what she needs to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think she needs to get out of Dodge a little bit. So I think she's going to make 4 moves. Move, and move to the house. And she's going to use her extra phase to hide. And she'll figure out what she needs to do. She can probably ditch pub crawl and so on. The Inquisitor is still making his way to the ghosts, I think. I think he hides once. So extra hide. Those dragons are funny because the knight can't be killed by any of them. No, he might slow play him and not kill him, but he can't be killed by any of them. The Tremendous is a mess. The Tremendous Flyer is a mess. I think we do Ghost Hunter. We're gonna move we're gonna move into. So we are gonna hide twice. We're gonna move to the valley. I mean, sure, we'll hide 3 times. There's no, I mean, we might as well. Then we are done. The Woods Witch is rested up, so that's good. What she needs to do, so she's going to move to 4. That's the first thing she's going to do. She's going to spell X and spell. And then she's going to spell again. So this is an extra move. She now has done 3 of the 4 moves. And then I believe that gets her to, she can move to 5. So she's going to move to 4, enchant the tile, move to 5. And she does not have to hide because she will now be protected from nature. So she's a piece with nature because she's gold. So done. So that's good. She's got a plan, I think. I think she wants to rescue here. I think that is the goal. So that is it. That is day 6. Yes, day 6 is coming. Let's get our monster roll in. It is a 2, serpents and demons. That is going to make life harder for most everybody. She runs down here. The wood folk appear at the house. Okay. And then I think she does hide. She does. So she's hidden and she's ready to rest up a little bit, maybe trade with the wood folk. The White Witch, she goes here. So she goes here. She's going to flip this guy. Then she's going to enchant. That's going to flip this tile. And she moves there. And nothing appears. But if it did, you know. Our Satyr is going to hide. And he really wants to hide. He does. So he is hidden. He moves up and moves up. Now, what the hell happens? Oh, my lord. Well, we get Slither and Altar appear. So the demon shows up. He is the one guarding the smith. And these serpents appear here. Now, that is not the worst because he needs to do the serpents too. It's just a lot of dudes here right now. But I think that's it. Yeah. I mean, that's it. I think that's it. And when I say it, I don't even know what I'm talking about. He's going to walk into there, and is he hidden or not? He's got 82 hides, and he does. And then these guys jump him. So we have a couple possible fights to deal with. Let's see what this means for... So we cannot effectively kill that guy in terms of we cannot just pop him and be done. What we can do is we can do the wait a whole round. So we're going to wait round 1. We ready our weapon and we do nothing. Round 2, we're still hidden. Now the other thing we could do is we could cast and then... But we're not going to do that. We are going to go for the the easy, right? If we line up, we kill him. So he's not on our sheet. We are hidden. 2. So we're not going to line up. And so combat ends because that is the second round where nothing happened. So there you go. We went for the cheesy try the shot. This guy, so what we're going to do, we're going to let the knight fight him for one round. So the knight gets him first round. 6. So yeah, he's gonna go down there. And is he? And the knight actually has both of these on his sheet effectively, but neither of them can hurt him. So we'll have to figure that out. So that guy and that guy. So no one flips. So that's round 1. Round 2. So we'll have this readied. And we're going to play on this side like this. And we're going to play, and we're both going to target the first dude. Because we want this combat to continue. We want to finish this. So this is round 2. No one was on our sheet. They were both on his sheet. Unfortunately, he flops all the way down to the bottom, and then he goes up. Does the first guy flip or not? He does not. Does the second guy flip or not? He does not. So we undercut him, though, and then kill this guy. And that's it. And now we are visible, and we're just going to play the same way. 2, so he flips to the bottom. Does he flip? No. So we undercut him again and kill him again. Now the good news for that is, since we killed both those guys, we get the full 6 points. The bad news is, I mean, we're up to 4. Woohoo! So we're up to 4, but we did get Ghost Hunter. So we score Ghost Hunter. So we are going to score Ghost Hunter. So what does Ghost Hunter give us? Hold on, let's look. So Ghost Hunter is $1 or 1 VP. Then we have to return to the chapel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. I'm just going to put it down here. So there you go. And actually, I want the damn grail because the fractured grail is a source of white. So that would be huge for us. So I wouldn't mind getting back to the chapel. It's just not a... It's not the quickest trip. And we are done. You're done. So it's 10:39. So not bad. Not bad. Not bad. So we're 2 hours. We're 2 hours, 15 minutes in. A week takes that long, unfortunately. Especially with these characters. Characters are a little bit I'm not gonna say uber complicated, but they're a little bit dicey and complicated. So the Satyr, what are we doing? So we were trying to get the Smith out of the Lost Castle. We took a pot shot at the demon. A lot of stuff can show up, so it's not ideal. It's not ideal to be stuck here. I am going to hide. Last day of our And search, 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 search. We're just going to go for it. Done. The Chevalier is going to take this moment. I think she is going to... I mean, she doesn't need to hide, really. She's buddies with the woodfolk, so that's nice. So I think she... Can she run from the soldiers if need be? Yes. So because she can run from the soldiers if need be, she is just going to rest. Done. She's going to rest the hell out of it. She's going to take 5 rest phases. That'll bring back 2 of these chits and then 3 points of this. So I think that's a good move. She's going to spend a day. The Inquisitor does get to pull a quest because he has scored. He has Consult Demon. Oh, that's fun for him. I like that for him. I would definitely consider... I'm not sure what I would take, but I would definitely consider trying to get that spell or whatever. So we have Consult Demon now. So the Inquisitor getting a little shady on us here. And I mean, again, aside from that tremendous flying dragon, he is very, very resilient to anything that's in that cliff. And it looks like we're converging on the cliff here. So what do we do? I would love to consult the demon. We're definitely not fighting goblins. That's not a thing. The pool's nowhere near there. We really are looking to the crag, the ledge, and the caves and caverns. Maybe the high pass. Who the hell knows? So I say we head around. We're going to hide, and then we're going to move, 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 and move. And that's going to put us in the cliff. And we can lucky day that hide if we fail it and need to. Now she is going to hide once, move, and move to the horde, I believe. I think that's where she's going. So I think this is day 7. This is a dangerous day. So there's black and white magic everywhere. We do get 2 dice. This is a dangerous day to be charging in to danger. Fancy that. But let's see what's what. We get 3 and 6. So goblins, bats. So some goblins reappear. The patrol leaves the chapel. The goblins leave down here. So they move. No bats move. The ghosts reappear in 5. Can't quite get them both. There we go. And that's it. We are ready to start our day here. So we get the Satyr. Satyr's going to hide, and he's got this. They're going to be bats. The only bats that will appear are house, so that's in 4. Satyr's got this. He is going to not hide. So he does not hide. Bat appears. And he is fighting a demon. So done. Chevalier is going to rest 5 flipping times. So I think she brings back... I think she bring back the wounded chits. So that's 2. Then 3, 4, 5. And then the patrol is going to show up where she is. So they are literally patrolling the board. Done. And she's not hit. She is up and about. So it's a little bit dicey because she has to... He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, is he hidden or not? Well, let's see. And he is hidden. So he's hidden, and the bat roams onto him. Done. And then she is going to hide. And she does. And then she goes 1, 2, 3, 4. She's there. And then the bat prowls onto her. That's a little shitty. You did not want that to happen. So I'm going to delete these markers so that we understand that we no longer have the benefit of that glorious 5th day. And we've got to figure out battles. We got to figure out combats. So she does not have a combat. He does have a combat. He was 1st. He was 2nd. He was 3rd. So his combat. So you can sleep this guy 100%. You could sleep him and just be done and try again tomorrow, right? You can sleep him and be done. You could mirror images, which is going to give you I think he's a time 4 when he hits you. Yeah. Which is going to give you hits. Now, I'm going to say that mirror images, they're destroyed on a Power of the Pit for 100%. So he doesn't flip red or anything. He just keeps Power of the Pitting, which is a little shitty because it potentially does harm us or whatever. We could sleep him and hit him right now and be done. We could hope to roll, and then what you're effectively doing is you are effectively, if you roll, say, a 5, you get a couple shots. Ugh. I think we're going to sleep him. And so we sleep him and he is done. And that's the fight. The fight is everybody snores and we are done. He does not have a fight anymore because she took him off. Oh, and she theoretically, sorry, this is my fault. This is yesterday. She would have popped rescue. That was the intent of doing all this. She's not going to go in and fight. She's going to pop rescue. So she has to roll which native group is to be rescued. 1. So it's a 3. So the soldiers. So the top soldier is over here with a rescue marker. Sorry about that. Again, there's just enough mental sort of churn with these new characters. So, and then she waltzed in, and then she got stuck with a bat. So that's fine. So the problem with the damn bat is, so she can run from the bat. She can dodge the bat. She can't kill the bat once she does the thing, so she's gonna have to run. Like, once she kills that dragon, she then has to flee because there's nothing else she can do. That's dicey and crappy. I suppose we were hoping for a little bit better luck. Heck, had she gone not last out of all that group, she'd had better luck. Having said that, she can get out to the valley, rest up, and figure out her next course of action. So she can sort of get that done. I still say she caps the dragon. I wish she had Dragon Slayer at this rate. So what I'm going to do is she is going to Does she have anything else she can do at a later date aside from cast again, Small Blessing? No, not really. So she's gonna have to suck up Small Blessing again, maybe down here, to try to get the bat, which she can hit on round one possibly. So I do think on round one of the combat, she is going to leap out with her staff, and she's going to pop this guy, and she's going to auto kill him because she has a time 3 attack, and he's a 4, and this doesn't flip, this body, and this head's not on her sheet. So she T4s that guy, and she'll put that away, and he is dead. Then the bat's on her sheet. And the problem is she cannot kill the bat. Like, there is no killing the bat. So she's going to run. So she's going to run with this time too. She's going to fatigue this T3. And she is going to run. Now, the problem is... okay, so yeah. So that's there's the issue. She has to run now back into this mess. So I actually think that does she not kill the guy? I think she doesn't kill him. So she has to wait on it because she needs to be here a day so that the next round she can run either way. She can only run, because she just entered the clearing today, she can only run away, back out. That's unacceptable because it puts her in the death loop. And the death loop is being stuck here in between the demon and the giant bat. So she's going to wait a day there to not be in the death loop. So no combat for her today. No combat for the Satyr who knocked him out. The Chevalier does have to roll. So she'll roll soldiers. They're fine. She'll roll patrol. There's only a 30% chance of her having to roll again. She's good. Everybody's happy. And that is it. That is week 1. So let's take a quick look at week 1. This is a weird week. A weird week. Oh, and by the way, and so the last thing she will do, because she's ending her day here, she is going to ditch pub crawl for sure. I don't know that she's going. Is she going to ditch Spellmaster, or is she just going to walk there? It's not super far away. But it is pay 5 gold. I don't know that I dig that. And she could just draw something like Gambler or Fan Club. So she's going to drop two of these. She's dropping Spellmaster. She's dropping Pub Crawl. She can take this away. And then she draws 2 quests. I don't know if anyone else needs to draw a quest. She gets Pub. Okay, that is not cool, man. That is just not cool. And then she draws Rescue. Rescue's a bit better for her. I like Rescue for her. Now she'll have to figure out where to call Rescue. That is a different beast, and she might do the ghosts. Frankly, the ghosts are an easy kill. Now they're easy to get to right now. Definitely an easy kill. She can also use some freaking cash, but that's a different story. Anything else or anyone else? I don't think so. I think I will mark down that her rescue is the soldiers at the cliff. So let's take a quick look at our scores. I think we're going to call it a night here, but let's take a quick look at our scores first before we do that. So, I have the Satyr scoring a single card point, and I have him with 3 notoriety, 3 prowess, and 15 gold. So, where are the scores? So that looks like 1 card point, and he's winning gold, strangely enough, for 3 points. Done. For the Chevalier, I have her with really the only big kill of the game. That gives her 21 prowess. She has 2 card points, and she is winning prowess, and that is going to give her, as you've seen, 4 points. 2 and 2. The Inquisitor, has scored Ghost Hunter. So that gives him 1 point. He also has 4 prowess, which, strangely enough, is enough to be in 2nd place. And so I believe that he has 2 points. And our witch, I'm afraid she is not scored yet. She has only her 10 gold. She has no prowess, no fame. She's looking to score rescue and locate the horde, but that's a little bit of a rough haul for her right now. She's going to have to see where that takes us. If she had that knight, this would be trivial because the knight would take the bat. She would gut the dragon in 1 swoop, and she would be good to go. And then she would grab that soldier, and he'd be her buddy. So definitely a mistake. Maybe she should have stayed an extra day. Who knows? But she did get sort of jammed by the patrol. So that's it. So our scores are 4 to 3 to 2 to nothing. The Chevalier is ahead with 4 points, but it's a slow start for everybody. I think it's only week 1, right? So everybody's on a good pace except for the White Witch, of course. But yeah. So not a lot of cards though. Only 4 cards sort of managed in that first week. We will have to draw 3 new events. And we might as well do that while we're here. So let's get the 3 events ready for day 8, right? So, oops. So the first event is Deliveries. Okay. So put the 3 ale chits at the inn. 1, 2, and 3. That's maybe interesting. I don't know who's really available to get that done at this juncture. So the 3 ale chits are there. Maybe the Inquisitor. Where would you bring them? To the chapel. The chapel would be the big one. Everything else is a little bit of a haul right now. The guard's way up there. So I don't like that one. So that's 1. 2 is the Archmages Tower. Ooh, okay, interesting. A random clearing. So let's pull the Mage's Tower into 3/5. Caves 5. I might write that out where you can only be in a mountain tile or something, but for right now, it is what it is. Caves 5. The final one is the Broken Wagon. The Broken Wagon appears in one of these 8 tiles. 1, the Awful Valley. So we have a Broken Wagon in the Awful Valley. Where is the Awful Valley? So the Awful Valley is here. And theoretically, it's supposed to be heading to the guardhouse. So what would be the easiest way to get to the guardhouse, I think, is the question. Probably this way? Well, I mean, I think it almost barely matters. So I'm going to say we're going to put it on one of these 2 tracks here, right? We're either going to put it here or here. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3 is down below the bridge. 4, 5, 6, he's above the bridge. That's where the Broken Wagon is. So someone has to go there, roll a d6 to figure out what's wrong with the wagon, and then either repair it or kill the monsters that are stopping it from progressing. Done. So that's it. We've got our next week lined up. I don't know that it changes anyone significantly. That wagon might be good. I suppose maybe the witch goes for it. The problem with the witch right now is she has to... So she could cast Fleet Foot. And that could get her out of dodge if she needed to get out of dodge. If she hides and doesn't make it, so I actually think that night, so night of day 7, she's going to do 2 things. First off, there's magic in every clearing. So she is going to cast Fleetfoot on herself. Or maybe she casts Small Blessing. She could do You Are Elsewhere. Peace, she could get health. Health actually is strangely enough a bonus for her at this point. The 6 would suck. She's gonna cast Fleetfoot, so she's gonna get Fleetfoot. So these are gonna fatigue. And so now she has Fleetfoot, and then she's gonna cast Small Blessing 2 times. Hoping actually to get health. Or you are elsewhere, frankly. So let's roll for the first one. She gets strength again. That is sort of useless. She's going to roll for the second one. She gets health, so that's useful. So she's going to fatigue that one, and everything else comes into play. And the question is, do you roll it twice more hoping for the 2? Probably not, right? What Fleetfoot is going to allow her to do is all her mountain clearings now cost only 1. So she can go tomorrow, day 8. She can move 4. So she's going to move 4, hide, and then move back to the Horde. Just like that. That's her day 8. So that's why we did that. And that gives her 2 hide phases. That gives her the ability to get out of dodge. It gives her a better chance to hide. It gives her a so I think that's where we want to go. And I think we're still gonna have to run when the back gets on our sheet and take off. And then we will probably have to try to adjudicate that wagon. So anyway, so I think that's it. I think that is our day 8. Does he want to cast? Because he can cast. So yes, he is going to cast also, by the way. He's going to cast Vision that night. So he's going to cross off everything in the cliff. So cliff and cliff. So now he has both of those clearings managed. Done. So not bad. So I'm excited to see how that next week plays out. I am uncertain how this is all going to go. That first week, I think the Chevalier definitely had the best quote unquote week, although it did cost her a good day of resting or so, simply because she got sort of tagged by those goblins pretty hard. And she got 2 pieces of armor, one destroyed, 1 damaged. It's not a great win for her. But I'm not super unhappy about where she's at. So I think this coming week, she's going to probably try to pop Rescue and try to finish Woodwise early. Try to finish Woodwise early. If she does that, she's got an extra little buddy to sort of take the heat off her. Or, I mean, frankly, the Walk the Woods is going to be super useful because now you're going to be able to, once a week, and you get to pick it. Make some interesting moves. So I think we're trying to get Rescue and Woodwise done. And I think we can do those reasonably quickly. Woodwise is here and here. So yeah, so I think she's going to bolt up through here, finish that, use Rescue on the ghost, done, and be done now. I think the Satyr is trying to he's trying to grab this Smith. This poor Smith is still stuck there. But man, he's getting stuck. So he's trying to get that Smith out of there. I think the Inquisitor is trying to consult the demon. So he may use his knight to plow through this. The White Witch, well, we sort of know what she's going to do. She's going to try to find the Horde and effect this rescue. But this bat is in the way. So she might have a wagon to deal with in the meantime. And I think that's it, really. And I think what she's going to do at some point is she's going to deactivate. She's actually better off right now just using the damn dagger at the moment. So, all right, we are done. That is it. We will talk to you all later. I think we're going to end this before midnight, and this will get posted on the vids. And no one came and chatted. That sucks. Maybe a couple people viewed it. Who knows? But drop some comments if you would. Thanks a lot, everybody. It's been a fun weekend. I appreciate you watching, and I will catch you sometime this week. I mean, we're going to do week to week. Obviously, we're going to play one more week as the days go by. This is going to take probably 4 nights easy. So